The University of Lausanne in Switzerland is offering international students a fully funded scholarship. And this scholarship is mostly open to master students. So if you're a master student, good luck to you. And the good thing is this scholarship comes with 19,200 Swiss franc as a stipend for a year. So there's a lot of benefit to it. In fact, I'm not going to say it all. I'm just going to share my screen with you guys. So we'll look at this scholarship. The thing is, the next available intake now will be from September. But I'm making this video to let you know so that you be aware, because I know a lot of people who are already on the way preparing, making things possible to apply to this particular scholarship. Of course, you guys know about Switzerland. It's a very, very good country. When you migrate there, life will get a lot better. There will see a lot of changes to the way you live, your view of life, the way you relate to people, the environment alone, and other benefit that comes with it. So let's go to my screen right away and look at this scholarship. What I would just say is this scholarship is open to excellent students. When I mean excellent student, this scholarship is open to students who have good performance in their bachelors, who have good degrees, who have good results. But regardless, that doesn't mean you should not try. You're more than welcome to try. So this scholarship is open to everybody. So what I would say is give it a shot. All right. So let's go to my screen. Look at this particular scholarship. I will read every details on the website so that you be aware, the recognition of certificate, the documents, recommendation letters. There's a way everything is outlined out so that you be aware on how to apply this application, on how to make the application. All right. But before I actually share my screen, I just need one favor from you. So far, so good. You guys have been amazing supporting the channel. All we just ask from you is hit the subscribe button. If you are new in this channel, subscribe, support the movement. All right, that's all we ask. For we to share this information to you guys means that we actually on that way of supporting people moving abroad. This information came to us today. It was even shared today by our head of content. She just brought it up and said, "Hey, Omasi, look at this. I want you to actually make a video and let people be aware of this." And in return, all we just ask is subscribe to the channel, right? So let's go to my computer. Look at this university, look at the requirement of the scholarship, just for you to be aware and be prepared on what's coming. And I just I hold so strong unto God that someone will testify in the comment section that he was able to apply and got the scholarship and finally moved to Switzerland. All right, so let's go to my screen. Look at the applications, look at all that it requires, and you will take it from there. Remember one thing I keep saying, nothing is going to change unless you take action. Nothing's going to move unless you move. The difference between winners and losers is just a simple step: action. So my question to you, my friend, right now is, are you willing to take action when the time comes? I will leave that to you to answer. All right, so let's go to my screen, guys. Welcome to my screen, guys. Welcome. So as always, let me make this full screen. We start. So name of this university I'm talking about in Switzerland is University of Lausanne, also UNIL in Switzerland. All right. So you can see this is the school academic page. All right. So you can maybe if you want to enroll in the school, you can as well go to register and all of that. But I'm actually focusing more on the scholarship page, which is this page I've already opened here, which is the UNL Master Scholarship. All right. So say now, I will take my time to kind of like read these things very out because it's something that is very, very detailed that you need to pay attention to. They said the UN awards around 10 excellent scholarship each year, exclusively to students who have graduated from a foreign university and whose academic results are of a very high standard, just like I said always. Now, the UN scholarship is awarding a minimum stationary period of the master scholarship and amount to 1/6 per month. All right, so we can actually see these details later. Now, for this amount does not cover the full cost of living in Switzerland. Regardless, the scholarship does not constitute full funding. Applicants are therefore advised to consult their information on the cost of living in Switzerland for a student. You can see the services here. Later we'll look at that. But we are only interested in some things. Now, this is general conditions for master scholarship. But there's something we need to first pay attention to, which is the eligible programs before other things. The list of master's degree in this university is found here. All right. But there's a limited amount of program that you can apply. This is the normal program they don't have in this their school. But for this particular scholarship, they said, you see all this program here, it is not possible to apply for the following master's program. You see all this one that is here is all exempted from this scholarship. All right. So that means others that you see here, like you see all here, fine and good. But all these ones in here that they listed is all exempted, like you cannot apply. Now, let's look at the requirement for applying before we even talk about the conditions for master's scholarship and start looking at all these ones first. That's why I skipped it. All right. Now, the condition is the requirement for candidates who want to apply for masters in finance, physiology, art, and nursing. Additional condition apply that must be what? Significantly filled. You can find these conditions on the admission service page. If you want to see, for example, the additional conditions for master's degree with a foreign bachelor's, let me open it here. You can see where they give the conditions here. All right. So if you want to read more, you can actually take your time to read more into this. But I'm actually focusing more on this scholarship. Now, your job is to take time and explore this page, know everything that you need to know against what September. That's why I'm making this video so early so that people can actually pay attention to the details that they want. Now, we'll look at the condition for application, which is the first important thing here. The admission conditions for some master program can change for the academic year 2027-28. Of course, that's normal. Now, conditions for the application. If you hold a foreign university degree, recognized as equivalent to a Swiss university bachelor before starting at the program at University of Lausanne. That simply means that you need to hold a BSc degree program that's equivalent to university bachelor in Swiss. If you did your master's, if you did your bachelor's, let's say bachelor on whichever program you did, finance, physiology, all that you need, or that you did in your country, normally it's equivalent to their own degree. But this time around, HND no-go area. But for normal BSc, flies. All right. Now, 2, you must have achieved an outstanding academic result during your studies. Now, this is where they look at good result. First class, you are good to go. Have a minimum language level of C1 according to the Common European Framework. That is your command of English. All right. Now, in this time around, they kind of like need language proficiency. French for programs taught in French. English for programs taught in English. Check the program page and the FAQ under what language is required for the choosing masters. Now, let's say in this case now, for example, you decided to choose business studies. Let's look at economics in this case right now, for instance. They said look at the FAQ so that you will know the language that is being taught. Let's scroll down and see language teaching, English level for your studies, C1, even fair enough. All right. In this case right now, if you're applying to any of these, to any of the programs that is not these ones here that they listed out, all right, you need to pay attention to the language of instruction. If it's in English, I know that studies in English, it flies for you as well. The second one is not be currently enrolled at UNL. That means you must not have already admission in this school. And have paid the administrative fee of 200 Swiss franc. Now, these are the application content here. All right. So now this is 200 Swiss franc. You must need to pay for it. All right. It's something that they need. You can take your time to read out all these things, but we'll come to that. It is part of this thing that we have here, this application procedure. Now, how do you actually apply for this scholarship in this case? Before submitting your application, please read the FAQ, which is simple. Let me also open it here so that in your own time, when you're doing your own due diligence, you can take your time to read this FAQ here. You can see who can apply, scholarship sufficient in Switzerland. There's no age limit. Abi, no age limit. Who can apply at a very high level? It's just sufficient. Like the federal government's carton is 2,000, you see, which is nice. Age limit, no age limit. Can I apply for 10 years? You may apply for master even if you have not yet obtained your degree equivalent to Swiss University bachelor degree at the time of application. And take your time. How can I apply if I already hold a degree equivalent to Swiss? Applicants who already obtained a master degree from a foreign university or that's a bracket now, or are about to obtain one at the time of application also have the right to apply. Although priority will be given to applicants who already hold a bachelor's degree, what are certified true copies and who has to submit them? Certified true copies are copies which the date, original, signature, and the official stamp of the competent authority are affixed. These elements must be original and cannot be sent as copies. What level is required for this program? There is what? English. C1 in English, C1 in what? In French. Because what Swiss has a part that's in French, a part that's in English. Now, why do I need a proof of payment of this 200 Swiss franc? This is the fee for assessing and examining your application for admission to the master's degree by the admissions office. This fee must be paid by applicants wishing to register at UNIF. No fee waiver is possible. It is there. Who can write a recommendation letter? Any member of the teaching staff with knowledge of your past or present studies, lecturers, supervisors, assistant lecturers, etc. can do it. Now, how do you apply? Very simple. All right. Now, let's still go back here. You can see where we have read about the FAQ now. I will say take your time to read to understand, but I've read it out here for you to actually pay attention to it. Now, they say prepare application file in the form of a single PDF. Single PDF in this case. All right. Let's go back to the FAQ here, which is very important. Okay, let's say it's not here. Trying to see. Let's go back to this place. Let's say this application content here, so that we can know that PDF that they're talking about, which is very, very important. Now look at the single PDF here. All right. It is here. Online application sent by email. Just hold on. Okay, single PDF. Now this will only be available during the registration. That is when you're applying. That's when you see the form to apply. Since this our intake is not actually active until which time again? I will even looking at till September. But I will come to this. That's when you get that what's it called again? The PDF for you to actually prepare your application file in a form of a single PDF. See from here, they actually made it possible for you to understand that it will be available during online interview, just like the way they said it here. Let's still go back and pay attention to it here. Wait for it to load up. It will come down here, back during online registration and submission of the form. All right. So please pay attention to that. One more thing again. Online registration, enter your application online, upload the PDF file. Deadline for online submission is November 1. Be aware. Now, letter of recommendation by email. All right. So they need letter of recommendation in this case. Have to letter of recommendation from teachers familiar with applicant's past or present studies. Letters must be sent directly by the author to the following address. That means your professors, your teachers that knows your past and present, they are the ones to send you that's your recommendation letter by email via this. The deadline for application for this scholarship is November 1. They say be aware that only letters sent after online registration will be considered. Send certified copy. We've read that before. They say have university degree certified and sealed in envelope, university diploma as transcript, professional certificate of achievement. If you have it, send document to the following address. This is the address to send as well. If you want to send, deadline by post is also November 1. They say pay attention. Your application for the master's scholarship also serves as your application for the choosing master's degree. So it's therefore not necessary to apply separately to the admission office, which means if you apply for this, you don't need to also go back and apply to a normal university. All right, you don't need to go back and apply for normal university program. This one also flies as well. Now, for the application content, this is what they need. The application file must include a single PDF containing all the required documents, two letter of recommendation. Remember, it must be sent via email. That's your author needs to send it to them via email, and certified copies of your academic document. Now, the single PDF now, this is where they actually specify what you need to do. Now, for the payment, for the tool, like the payment for the assessment, the 200 Swiss franc. This is the address to pay. Now, the reason for the payment is the master scholarship, first name and last name, and all of that. Letter of recommendation, this is where they also said it here. Satisfied copy, this is where they said it as well for you to pay attention. Now, this is for the selection. The application, it will end in November to December, processing of applicants by the admission office. December to January, the office will inform applicants who is incomplete or has not been accepted by admission office. The January to February, complete applications are transferred to the faculties for consideration. Now, February to March informs applicants whose application has not been accepted by the faculty. Now, March itself, the selection board now for the master scholarship selects applicants who receive a scholarship. Early April, applicants are notified of the selections board decision. Decisions may not be appealed. Now, online application for the academic year has been closed. Rather, the deadline is for 1st of 25. That is for last year. But in this case now, for the academic year 2027-28 will open in September 2026. And the deadline will be 1st of November 2026. All right? This is for you now to be aware that, okay, this is going to be possible. All right? Just also be aware of these eligible programs for the scholarship. Not all programs are accessible. For you to know which programs to apply to now is for you to always go access and see their see all the faculties they have here and know which one to apply to, so that you know, okay, which one are you going for, which one do you want to apply to, so that you be aware of what is actually going to happen. And I just hope you actually scale through in this application when you make it. All right, I know a lot of people be like, paying 200 Swiss franc is a lot, but remember, if you manage to scale through, that's a whole lot for you. All right, so when you move to franc, if you get a scholarship now, you will not worry dealing with POF and all of that because you're on scholarship. All right, so there's a whole lot of benefit to it, guys. I just hope you're able to use information, work on it, and make a move to it. All right, so if you have any doubt or questions, please, we are here. Even our head of content, who gave all this information, she's here looking at comments to clarify doubts, and if you have doubts, all right, because she was one that even got my attention to this. Hey, I want you to make a video on this particular application, so comment below. She will be the one to respond to if you have any doubt on that. Like they said, no age limit. All right, so take action and move on this. Apart from that, guys, nothing else. We'll see you guys on the next one. All right, so like we said earlier, the only thing we need from you is please hit the subscribe button, support us in the journey, and we'll see you on the next one, guys. So much peace and love from always. So my name is Omasi, part of the team, and we'll see you on the next one. Ciao, guys. Bye.